There we go. So,
you know what's funny is this because Alex wanted to record some stories from you too, Dad.
Sorry?
Alex wanted to record some stories from you. She remembers some nice stories that you told her, and she wanted to record them.
How do I go about it? The nice ones.
She will ask you. But she'll remember.
She'll remember, and when you start telling the stories, one will start coming out, and then another one will
Tell
come
me
out.
the one about how you, and then whatever.
Yeah.
And then
Sure try.
yeah, that's no problem.
I'll sure try.
So anyhow, so tell us the one about you and Dad learning to drive.
Oh, my folks had a Model A, and we built a different barn, so they used the old barn for a garage, but the door wasn't very wide. And Sunday afternoon, they would have a afternoon nap. So we don't push the car by hand because we were scared to back it out. With the car motor, we would scrape the doors. So push it out by hand. And we started up and drove around the back. Even if they got up, they couldn't see us anyway. But, yeah. But we never put a scratch on it. We were lucky.
Oh.
Yeah.
So were you around when Dad started the haystack on fire?
Where?
Oh, well, you see, he one of his stories was he managed to. Well, that might have been with some cousins when he put a haystack on fire.
That wasn't Harry.
Oh, that's what he said.
Maybe there's multiple haystacks on fire. You know how it is. You know,
What I remember,
you get something and
There
the
was
neighbors
some
think
other
it's pretty cool and they want to do the same thing.
yeah, there was some other idiot, and I couldn't move fast enough to put it out. And my father ended up buying the hay.
Oh.
And that other punk, or the other gentleman, he didn't do anything at all.
You never owned up to it. You had to take the fall.
Yeah.
Well, that's a bummer.
Do you know his name?
Oh, yeah.
What's his name?
He is in Brazil, so it doesn't matter now.
What's his name?
Oh, I know someone that lives in Brazil.
What's his name?
Oh, that's why you
Clifford.
hated him for the rest of his life.
Clifford, did that do?
He adjusted the first time.
Clifford what?
Why?
Bless his uncle.
So what you do is track him down to Brazil, set his haystack on fire.
Send the authorities to
No.
Rio de Verde.
When we were, last year I went to school, we had a teacher by the name of McNeil. And he was one of those religious idiots. He was very strong in the church, but wouldn't bother him a bit if he pick you up and shake your insides out. That was okay. But anyway, Clifford got into trouble one day, and he said I was the one that started it. And I wasn't even there. So Neil was going to spank me. He said, oh, no, that's not going to happen. If anybody's going to be spanked, it's going to be you. I'm bigger than you are. I'm stronger than you are. Just back off. And he did.
You know, I think Dad once sold me that story.
He did. You know
That's a Big Brother story, that one. The Big Brother did that.
Yeah. Big brother saved me from the big bad wolf.
So it's twice as Clifford worked until you got someone in your family in trouble.
Oh, that one was no
That's
twice.
twice he got him in trouble, never mind.
Never mind the other family members.
Yeah.
Oh, I was always nicely covering up.
How did this Clifford work and then you end up in Brazil?
I think he's probably running away from something.
Yeah, I was going to say, fugitive.
No, he's doing missionary work.
Okay. That's what he told everybody is missionary work. Gotta see you later, bye.
That was my next guess. He's a pastor now. Oops, I'm a jerk.
At that time,
Now the pastors have
half the missionaries were not missionaries at all. They were just too lazy to work.
Well, that's what I kind of figured with this
But
guy.
now I don't know, but at that time that was true.
This Any guy who puts the blame on somebody who wasn't even there, he'll do just about anything.
According to the family book, all his children married. Well, some that joined the church, and others that came from. Well, I can tell by the names where they came from somewhere in the States.
Yeah.
Kansas or California.
Yeah.
See, by the way, guys, I'm thinking about this and I'm going, I should edit the video and only put certain things on YouTube with no names on it, and then a year or two after, then I'll post the whole video.
No, you don't need to put anything on YouTube. Man.
No, actually, I'm putting the memories part. So.
Like your main idea was to talk about your dad and my dad.
No, it was not. It was actually to talk about your dad.
Yeah.
Because us grandkids never knew him, right?
No, right.
So, well, and I mean, and what was life like growing up?
Yes, because I'm the oldest of the grandkids, and I was a month old when he passed away. So, like, I was born February 5th, and he died March 17th, 57.
Father was a very quiet man. And very seldom ever got angry. Yeah, I did sometimes.
Oh, yeah.
You know the willow hedge?
Yeah.
Those thin little willows. They're pretty good to suspect them too. He knew right away.
I grew up in that era too, so well, not quite, but a little later.
No, Father was very. He didn't like two faces, and ones that you give you a kiss, and as soon as you turn your back, they hit you. Those people he didn't like. And he wasn't well for quite a while. He has stomach ulcers.
Do you think you maybe should eat something now?
No, that's okay.
We're supposed to eat every...
Oh, give me a couple of Marias, then that's good enough.
Couple of Marias? How you
3 of them. Have a water here. He, Uncle Frank Giesbrecht, his wife was my sister. They lived, 2 farms down, 3 farms?
2 farms down.
Yeah. And Father would quite often tell us, life isn't all fun and games. Oh, when those two got together, I felt like telling him that too. But I better leave that alone.
That little thing was still there, right?
Oh no, but no, by that time I was too old for that kind of stuff.
Okay.
But then you were at least 20 or so.
Yeah. And, Uncle Frank and Father used to tell us some of the nice jokes. So there's some I won't say anymore.
Why not?
Well, I don't know.
So what about like grandfather had a small general store, right?
Yeah.
And somebody, and I don't remember who it was telling me that sometimes his father would come in and buy the kids, like you guys, some Pepsi or Coke or something like that, or something to drink, and then he and all the adults would go into the back room or upstairs or something. I mean, or probably did. I mean, do you remember things like that?
No, I don't.
Okay. No, I was just wondering who that was that told me
I've been
that.
home then.
Yeah, that one really doesn't know what that
See,
is. He's laughing,
see-
he was so young.
See, you were fairly young when you moved to Burton, weren't you?
Yeah, I was 20 years old.
No,
Okay.
But it's not that. It says going out to work when you were young.
But when Father passed away, they still had the store.
But you were 14 and you moved out to work, right?
Well, yeah, but I always stayed home at night.
Oh.
Most times.
not when you were
No.
lumber camp.
Huh?
I thought you were 14
No.
when you went to lumber camp.
Yeah, I did.
There you go.
I was working for Jake Panner and George
Goosen.
Goosen.
Yeah.
I went there Because Stanley Banner had to go there alone. And he didn't like that. So I went there to keep
Who
the
was
company.
Sandra talk with Jake? What was Sally?
And then they asked me if I wanted to stay in. Sure, why not? That's how it all started. I skidded with a single horse. And then piled up in piles, and two guys came along and hauled it in.
Did you have to limb it too, or like limb the trees, or just
Oh
skin
no,
it?
somebody else did that.
Okay.
He just ran the horse. Yes.
Yeah,
Sort of you were a teamster back then too already.
yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, a team.
Well,
Oh, I drove my dad's team in fashion
Yeah,
for 3 weeks.
yeah.
One fall, 3 weeks.
Yeah.
Worked every day except the Sunday.
At that time you were a teamster.
From 7 till 8 at night, 9 at night.
Yeah.
We had a team of French Canadians. The one guy would end up start fooling around in the morning. He settled down the other one. You had to keep your eye on him all the time. Not big horses. We thrashed at your grandparents.
What? Ungers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And there was a George Pete that owned the operation. So I had to go up across the track. Horse had never been across the track. I finally taught them to move, and then they just about ran over me. They wanted to get over that track. That was impossible.
It's pretty scary.
Like it spooked them, I guess. Like the track spooked them.
Yeah.
Well, that's interesting.
And there was
They're horses, you know. They're not
Yeah.
PhD candidates or anything.
I think they got tangled up in a barbed wire one time.
Yeah.
Because the barbed wire lay on the ground, they wouldn't walk across it.
Yeah.
But, yeah, watch them. Kind of the Dirksons lived south of Elmer and Moline. They needed a cow, so father put a cow in a box on a site, took him there. And coming home, the horses got away on him. And he did a foolish thing, he jumped out and fell on the hard road and broke his collarbone. And then the horses there was a gate here, the road came from here. They couldn't make the corner. Ran into the barbed wire. Father had to cut and get the barbed wire out from there.
Well,
and that was with the collarbone. Wow.
And I was standing there, saw him coming from the back. Holy mackerel, what's wrong? You know, like this.
yeah,
Well, I don't know which one.
yeah.
So I guess I was 11. So I got the horses in the barn. Took Dad to see a chiropractor. So from then on, for quite a while, I had to do all the work in the area.
Chiropractor. What's a chiropractor going to do with a broken collarbone?
Something I snapped into place and then taped it all
What
up.
was it? A dislocated shoulder?
Yeah. Well, maybe it was. Maybe
It was a dislocation.
Maybe just a dislocated.
No, you know what? Actually, Dad has said the same thing about a chiropractor there. The chiropractor back then did a lot of, setting of bones and, a lot of, did a lot of medical stuff too.
And some of them were just plain home school.
That's really scary.
Yeah, well,
That's really scary.
it is, but I mean, good heavens, that's what, 1950, 1940?
You're talking 70 years
So-
ago.
I remember this little old lady in Clayville. She never got married. She might have weighed 80 pounds silver lead. But boy, could she pop those bones back in. Close.
Oh, Miss the Yittersha.
No.
Oh, okay. I remember her.
Close as scripture.
Okay, Dad talked about her.
She was just. But you didn't
Mrs.
sass her too much.
It's Mrs. Ginter.
So she's Jewish.
No.
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 Ginger sounds Jewish to me.
No,
Yeah.
No, not to me.
but there's some.
Mennonite.
There's Mennonites. G-I-N.
Yeah.
T-E-R.
Yeah, there might be some overlap there in the names, but there's a lot of Ginters in Mennonite land.
Okay.
You see a lot of Jews, when you see the name, oh, it's Polish. Or Jews.
one's like here, yeah.
So we had to haul a load of straw every Saturday from my uncle's barn. That would be half a mile straight west of Elvin and Marines when I go around. And Dad said we have to hire David Taves to do that. No, I can do it. No, he's not old enough. So it was a really cold day, and we had no blankets along. Never used blankets. And Dave let those horses go full blast at 30 below zero. I asked him to slow down, and then the horses were warm, standing there. And when I got home, I put my foot down. I'm going next Saturday, or nobody's going. Okay. But it could kill the horses. That cold and no blankets.
So how old were you when you put your foot down?
11.
Wow.
To your own dad?
Yeah.
You went along with
See,
We had Venus
Alex.
She inherited it.
I've never. See, there you go. It's like
Yeah.
several generations down, but that's what she do. She is the most stubborn person. I'm not going to the hospital. Like, or, she could be like this. Something like that.
How old is she? 17, almost 18.
Wow.
Yeah, she'll be 18 next month.
Wow.
Yeah.
So
Going to university now, my baby. Yeah.
So we
I
had
should go with her too.
eight cows
anyway,
8 cows?
Go where?
from
University
school.
again.
Where you got? Well, you know,
Feed the cattle at noon, and then I eat in a hurry and go back to school. I wasn't very far along. Well, you know where the trees are, just north of Francis and 8?
Oh,
That used to
yeah.
be school.
Oh, I see. So the school, okay.
Greenland, number 893.
Okay, so that
Was
was,
that before the Greenland North and the Greenland South?
Yeah,
Okay.
What's there now?
nothing.
Just a
I-
tree line.
Soybeans yesterday.
The one school, they moved to Greenland, a mile north, built a new one a mile south. They were mostly home walls, but Greenland, south there was the one Reed family, they weren't home walls. But the old man was a real nice gentleman. Abraham F. Weed.
Yeah, I remember that. Remember.
so did you always live in the house that Norman lives in?
Yeah.
When you were growing up, kind of thing?
Yeah. House was built in 1948.
well, then you couldn't possibly always live in that house.
Oh, no, we had a smaller house.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, pardon me. It was a small house.
So it'd be stick to the details.
Actually, I don't know when you were born. No. Dad was born in 34, I think, wasn't he?
Yeah, I was born in the 32.
Yeah, okay, so, okay.
Year after my mother.
Yeah.
So the smaller house is on a different location, or is it in the same place?
Same place.
Same place, but a different.
The building that was the store, that was our old house.
And that was right in the corner where the playhouse was, or
Not
is?
quite.
Where?
Closer to where the shop is.
Okay.
A little bit to
Okay.
the north of where the shop is now.
It's
Okay.
a little bit from the front door of the house, well, like it used to be,
Yeah.
a little bit of an angle to the northwest.
Okay.
So what kind of things did grandfather sell in that house?
Mostly groceries.
So, canned goods then and dry goods? Like,
Yeah.
not much fresh stuff then?
No.
Well, no, I guess not, because
No.
you grow your own with your
Yeah.
gardens and all that kind of stuff.
Cannon.
Yeah.
Was there not also a post office in there?
No.
Oh, okay. Oh, I think I got that confused because he delivered mail.
Yes.
Yes. And then one of Dad's favorite stories is about driving for mail and picking a guy up when he go pick up the mail in St. Anne, and a number of months later we turned 16 and he went to get his driver's license, and the guy he'd been giving a ride to for the past number of months was the guy who issued the driver's licenses.
So that's a funny story.
Mr. Goodgate?
I think so. I think that's what Dad said. So
That's where I got mine.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know.
But you were giving the guy a ride
No,
before you got the driver's license, right?
He said,
That's funny. That's funny.
he just said, "Can you drive a car?" Yeah. Okay.
That's your driver's license test. Okay, that explains a lot of things.
So, but by the way,
Mr. Felix Rock has given it.
Mine is better
Okay.
now about it.
Oh, yours?
And the people were really
The
complaining about
secretary
it.
was the
But he
wife
was a
of
good guy.
the chief of transit, and then
One guy
he
phoned
took me to his
Mr.
office.
Mr. Rock.
We sat there and
I got a
talked, and
parcel
somebody
at
okay,
the
thank you.
CN.
Yeah, they missed that story. Though. They missed that story.
So then he called the inspector. Said, your bail mill's a bootlegger. He sold me some beer. They were sure nice, weren't they? And then, of course, he was the worst tenant ever walked the face of the earth. The father did it, he got it. What 2 years he was the worst thing that ever walked the face of the earth. You couldn't win no how. You know, when it rained, you just couldn't go. I like a silly fool. I walked one day, 8 miles. Just about, it killed me. There's mud on your boots.
yeah, it was mud. Those roads were muddy back then, not gravel like they are now.
Say thank you for that one.
And that's
Oh,
pretty
yeah.
serious mud too, by the way.
That's
Yeah.
Red River Gumbo.
Oh yeah, that's not mud like here.
No.
No,
That mud-
not over cars.
Yeah.
And then one day, was at the corner, a mile north of the feed mill, there was about 5 mailboxes there. And one of those guys phoned that. We had a parcel too big for the post office. Well, you can put it on the ground. No, can't do that. And the guy didn't come. Finally, Dad put it down. The postal inspector gave him a call. How come you're putting parcels on the ground? You know, backstabbing buggers.
Can't win.
But you never had done that. But he was getting sick and tired of carrying it around all the time. There was something else that happened, but I don't remember that one. Oh yeah, there was a Mr. Weed, Bartola, on the west side of the road. I mean, the boundary. And he was forever asking Harry about horse from Eaton's. And one day it came. The wrapping was all tattered and torn. He didn't put the address on properly. Went to St. Anne, Quebec.
Okay, I got to hit the stop button on the camera.